Hey guys, it's me, the Distant Dragon, and I'm back with another tutorial. This time I'm going to teach you how to drift in FH6 on a keyboard. I think after the last time I'm a bit more prepared on knowing what to say and what to teach, and definitely a lot more confident, seeing how it has been like 9 to 10 months since I've uploaded that video. So right now I'm in a bone stock Mazda RX-7, and surprisingly this car drifts really well. For beginners, I would recommend to go for this car. Of course, it doesn't have the power to like accelerate and stuff and hold onto like mega skill chains and stuff, but this car, like mostly every car in this game now holds a proper drift. They have definitely changed a bit of settings, bit of mechanics of this game, which is great in my opinion. It like, look at this. This is a bone stock car drifting, holding drifts. It can hold corners as well. This is not just a straight line thing. I was playing this. Where is the drifting one? Yeah, there we go. I was completing Drift Club Japan on my live stream on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube. So hit the subscribe button and follow me on Twitch if you want to catch me live. But I was playing this, and you start off with the Mazda RX-7 for like the first 2-3 events, and surprisingly, I was able to get like 350,000 score in a race that required only 200,000 score. So this car and every other car, like personally, I would recommend this, but most of the cars are able to hold the drifts and stuff. Now I have added the webcam, of course, it is mandatory. The basic rule is that when you want to hold a drift, you want to press the handbrake. Right. If you are saying, I think it would be a lot better if I show you. Look at how clean this car drifts. It's not something overpowered that you will feel like is a lot out of control. It's definitely something easier to control. Now, look at this. Whenever I want to like get my angle back, I'll press the brake to like go back to making my car go straight. But when I need more angle, I'll need to press the handbrake. And of course, it also holds the drift in place. Now, this is a car. Let's actually go to the Tokyo City. Wait, actually, except of going to the Tokyo City, let me take you all to the place with the sakura trees and stuff. I am not sure because I have not played this game all that much yet. But where is the drift zone? Alright. This is not the one. This is not the one either. That is definitely not the one. This is the one that I think this one. Nope. Not this one either. I cannot find the one that was like in the story. It's alright. Let's choose this one. It has the curves, I guess. But the reason I wanted to go for the Sakura one is because it's a lot more thin. Anyways, I'll show you what the base car can do now that the physics have changed. And I think you can also use the Terreno. That car is also really fun to drift with. Also, don't mind the lag spikes. The game is not that well optimized right now. I have a good PC, it just isn't optimized correctly. There are a bunch of percent drops. Look at how easy it's connecting corners. Like, it stays on the drift mode, right? Of course, this isn't something that I'll recommend again for points and stuff. This is just a practice car that I recommend you begin with. Like I said in Forza Horizon 5, the car that I recommended was the Ford Mustang Hoonigan. It was speedy, it had the acceleration, it was grippy as well as slidey at the same time. It's the same with this car. Of course, it's not as fast as the Ford Mustang, but with the new mechanics, it is definitely a lot better to choose as practice. I got 153,000. It was a base car. Now let's jump in something a lot more quick. And still, I'm not gonna go for something modified. I'm gonna use a basic car. Let's see. Let's pick a something that I have not used yet. Yeah. Uh, let's use the new Supra. I don't want to use the old Supra because it kind of comes in the same category as the Miata RX-7 because it is slow as a base. All right. This will be a little faster, but let's see. You can see how easy it is to maintain drifts. And I have seen many people say that keyboard drifting is not that big of a deal. I mean, if you practice enough, nothing will be that big of a deal. I still cannot do drifts on a wheel, even though I have had the G29 for like 4 or 5 months now. I still cannot. I just don't bother trying because I use that mainly for sim racing, and I don't want to like start drifting in like F1 and stuff. So this is just an example right now of showing how different cars participate. Of course, it all depends on practice, and like if you had a lot more speed, you wouldn't be taking the corners like this either way. Like I'm trying to wiggle to get the points, right? This is not for points, this is just for practicing. I got 7,000 more score. Could be that I was a lot more focused this time. But now let's jump into something which is my personal favorite and from FH5. My iconic Dodge Challenger RT. This is a treasure car in this game, so it is free to get. So you just have to upgrade it. Just look on Google where to find it and you can get it from the start. I'll let the share code down in the description for people who want to try this out. This is not my build. I do not know how to tune cars. I just pick it up from other people who know how to build it, and this is what I got comfortable with. Now this is a car that is, it's not my exact FH5 tune. I messed up. See, even I mess up sometimes. Now this is not the exact FH5 tune. The FH5 tune was rear wheel drive, while this is all wheel drive. But overall, the power, the drag tires, everything else is same. Just the tire. Not the tire, the wheel system is different from rear wheel to all-wheel drive. But you can see, even after messing up, I got 187,000. If I hadn't messed up, I would have crossed 200,000. Like with this car, my personal best is 193, and that's not me trying as well. That was me just streaming, playing this game. If I actually come to grinding it out, it would be a lot more, like I could possibly reach 250,000 if I make another car. This is also again not that point based. I know that there are other meta cars. It's just my personal preference to use this because I'm not a guy who competes competitively for these things. I'm just here to teach you how to drift. But for competitive stuff, you will have to look for other people's guides, tunes, share codes. I'm not that person, alright? However, if you want me to try something specific, you can always leave it down in the comments. I will post them on shorts, or if I receive many, I'll stream it, I'll post it on YouTube as a long format video as well. I'll try all of your tunes and stuff. I'll promote them as well if anybody needs help. I do not know if there are achievements based on if you like create many tunes and stuff, but again, I stream on Twitch. It would be great if you guys can hang out there. It would be great to talk to you all, try out your challenges, and for the most part it's just practice, like knowing when to throttle, knowing when to brake. You can see how much angle just the handbrake gives. I did not even press any direction after giving it once. I just pressed the handbrake. So it's something that you'll have to like, for me, it's a muscle memory at this point, knowing what the car will do when I press a specific button. Like, you can see me pressing the handbrake right now, right? But now I need to press brake because I need the car to slow down and not grab angle. But like, I need to straighten the car up now, so I press the brake. It just becomes like a skill test at the end, and again, all comes down to how much you practice. You can see that in that entry, I kind of crashed, but in that entry, I needed a lot more angle. Now, if we go down this path, set the angle. Set the angle. Like, I needed to connect the drift now. I had enough speed, I just needed to connect it. If I went to like 150, 160, then I will have to use the brakes, which would ultimately make me go off-road, like off the track. I should really focus, except for speaking. The point is I can drift, just not drift while I'm focusing here, right? Now this is my car tune, not like mine, but this is, I'll leave it down in the description. But this is like super powerful. I'll show you the speed of this car as well. This car is not that easy to handle. It just flies. But it also drifts really well. Now this also has a lot of grip, as you can see. I just pressed the handbrake for initiation and gave a little bit of direction. So ultimately you do need a car. Look at this. It was able to pull back to that angle, right? So you kind of need a car that has the power to transition its weight by using power. Easy little 360 there. Now let's jump into something a lot less muscly, because muscle cars are of course like the best to drift with. Let's get into a Mitsubishi, which I was working on for a recent video. And of course it is the Sean's Mitsubishi from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And I like this car as well. It is a little bit more track based than it is drifting, but it does drift. It's of course slower, but look at how well it holds the drifts as well. This is ideally what I'll recommend jumping to after you are done practicing on like RX-7. You jump to a mediocre car like this, like the mid-performance cars. Like, you know how in FH5 there was high and low class and then mid class that we play as? This is where I'll say this is the mid class. And this is also a really fun car to practice with. It drifts really well. Like, we have a roundabout here. Look at it holding the drift. Can I not? There we go. It has the power. You can easily do transitions and stuff. This is a great car. Now, I have talked about the cars that you must practice on, but a few cars that I'll never recommend to. This as well. Like, you can drift them. Like, I'll get into this car and you will immediately figure out the issue with it. It does not grip at all. Like, look at how slow the start is and how flimsy it is. It doesn't hold the drift. It just tries to get back on grip and then it just throws a 360. Great for style points, but not great for like tandems and stuff. You won't enjoy drifting a car like this, but mainly because its power to weight ratio is just way off, and then the giant ass spoiler just makes it want to grip a lot more. So look, it will never catch back itself. Like, you will never see it correcting itself ever, like my Dodge does. Now, I have talked a lot about the cars that you need to use, but let's actually talk about the settings that I use. Difficulty, high skill, this does not affect. Now, braking anti-lock is on, I do not think off and on will make that much difference in your drifting, because you'll for the most bit be using the handbrake either way. Brake only helps in slowing down, but I will recommend that you keep anti-lock on until you're confident, and then you can turn it off. Though, however, if you're practicing on a steering wheel, I'll recommend that you keep it off, because ultimately it will make it a lot better that for you to be playing on a wheel. Steering, I use simulation. I don't really know standard and simulation how much difference it makes. So I just stick with simulation, because sometimes I do think of going on the wheel, so it's just nice having it there. Traction control is off, stability control is off, automatic and manual. Now, automatic for something like my Dodge Challenger, which has like a lot of power, I'll recommend keeping it at automatic. But for cars like the Mitsubishi, which are like it will feel like the car is running at a lower gear than it should be when you are drifting. I'll recommend using manual. But of course, if you are constantly using manual, you can use it on everything. It will, of course, provide you a better score, because you're a lot more control of your car. But starting on automatic is completely fine. You do not need to make everything super difficult. You can always start, like, even with traction you can start on. It's just a lot more easier to initiate a drift when you have traction and stability control off. And again, shifting, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's just something that you do involuntarily once you have enough practice. I can drift on both, right? Driving line braking, I'll recommend to keep it on braking, because this is something that will help you find when you need to press the handbrake or the brakes to know how much angle you need. And yeah, keep your map on, because once you know how to drift, once you know how much angle you'll require, again, it's a muscle memory you'll build up as soon as you start practicing and practicing and practicing. But once you are ready, your map and the driving line are going to be your best friend. Like, you know how in Need for Speed movie, the main character was being guided by the helicopter, giving him directions? That's how the map and the braking line will function for you. You will know how much angle you need to take, and you'll know when to take, just by using the map and the braking lines. Damage and tire wear I keep off, because the game is a little clumsy right now. AI will crash into you, your car will indeed look ugly. This does not define how well you drift. And this is again for content purposes. I keep it at none, because I want the car to look good. Rewind I keep on, because again, the AI is dumb. And of course, launch control needs to be off. Launch control and traction should be off if you need to initiate drifts from the starting. Like, you see that rubber that's like it immediately going into the drift. If you do not have launch control and traction on, I think stability helps a little as well. But look, it automatically gripped. Right, I did not press any direction buttons. And if we were to disable traction and launch, I'm only going to press the W key. It spins out. So you kind of have to counter when those things are off. And countering is basically half of the drifting. The rest half is how much you brake and how much you throttle. So I guess this is it for the video. I think there's not much that I can really explain to you guys. Just handbrake helps you connect the drifts, helps you extend the drift, and S just helps you straight your car out when you need to immediately. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope I was able to explain it a lot better than the last time. Follow me on Twitch, subscribe to me on YouTube to catch me live, and I would love to meet and talk with you, try out random challenges, try out your guys' suggestions, your tunes, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, bye-byes.